when they first met, Emily used to say they just click, and that really hit the nail on the head. They really just click together.
You could tell when they first met at Sean's birthday party, the way they kept talking to each other and the way they looked at each other. They were very concerned about each other. They cared about each other. They wanted to know everything about each other.
Thank you for all coming this evening. We are so honored that you are here. As parents, we share significant milestones in our children's lives. We vividly remember, as we are sure Nadine and Eric do as well, the first day that they are born, their first words, bar and bat mitzvahs, and graduations. We have done our best to guide you and teach you our traditions, and now it is up to you to set the tone for your life together.
Harris wanted to move into an apartment with Emily, and her parents said that she could not move in unless she was engaged. Well, Harris didn't have any money for engagement, and he called me and said, "Could I have your engagement ring? Because Emily can't move in unless she's engaged." Thought about it, and I said to myself, let him enjoy it and let me be able to see someone enjoying it, and so I gave him the ring.
Dear Sissy, even though there is a 10-year gap between us, our sisterly bond is inseparable. I know that you helped me a lot to take care of me when I was a baby. We were together through thick and thin. Engaged yesterday, married today, and tomorrow and the next days after that, I wish you a fairy tale life.
I think it's respect. I think it's just respecting the differences. And I think through marriage you can have differences. That's normal. But I think you have to respect the differences and just learn to respect the person, because you'll be able to deal with the differences. And I think they're already doing that right now. The late Elie Wiesel noted that in Jewish history there are no coincidences. The term besheret means meant to be, and we feel that this truly describes Emily and Harris's relationship. They started a conversation 5 years ago, and the conversation continues. Harris just told me a story that when you're married for a certain length of time, you can kind of anticipate what the spouse is going to be saying. And Harris said that sometimes he feels that same way already. He said that he forgot his razor and his shaving cream last night. And when he realized it, he was going to call Emily, and then he thought best. He said he didn't want to bother Emily about it. He said a few minutes later, there's a knock on the door, and Emily brought him a razor and shaving cream.
I met Harris first in grad school, a lot of all-nighters. A lot of times he was trying to save the world, and other times we were simply procrastinating. But it's been wonderful getting to know them. They are a beautiful couple and beautiful people individually.
I think that they get along really well, and when they fight or argue, they get over it. And that's one great thing about Harris. He never holds a grudge. He's great.
As we said in the toast I gave, I think we just want them to build a happy household and just try to instill some of the advice that we've given to them over the last couple of years. Today we celebrate your love, commitment, and respect for each other. We celebrate your bright future together, and we celebrate the joining of two families. We wish you blessings for good health, happiness, and continued growth together. We love you very much. Mazel tov.
Harris first met Emily, he said, I love that girl. I said, but Harris, you really, haven't really dated much. Don't you think you should have more of a variety before you make up your mind? He said, she's for me. I don't need any other person. I don't need to date anymore.
She just reminded me of my daughters, and Harris always said he was going to marry somebody like his sisters. And if you look at Emily and you look at my daughters, they all could pass for sisters.
Harris was always, even as a little boy, an entrepreneur and very lovable. He helped us out quite a bit, and with my husband, he used to go to New York with him, buy fabric and take rides, and went to Disney World with us. We had a lot of fun together, and I love that boy.
I think he was hardworking. He was very caring towards her. I think they laughed together. They each I think they each complement each other. She's very soft-spoken, and I think Harris tends to complement that, and I think she feels comfortable with Harris.
They are different, but that's good because they can learn from each other and grow with each other. So I think that was very good.
I've waited for you all day. I've waited for you all day, my love.
Emily has always been extremely sensitive, very sweet. She was physically sensitive and emotionally sensitive, and I think that helps her in her work with kids. She's very caring, very good person. She's always loved kids. I asked her if she wanted to work with older people, animals, or kids, and she always wanted to work with kids. And she has grown a lot. She used to cry a lot, but she has really developed and matured beautifully.
She is one of my favorite granddaughters. And when she was born, I said to her, I will be at your wedding. And here I am. This could be love. And this is one of the happiest days of my life to see Emily married to a wonderful guy like Harris.
Today's the day we've been looking forward to for the past 2 years. It's finally here. You are the love of my life.
You come on, read me the lines. I turn the page just to see, but there's still this heart.
You're gorgeous.
I'm thinking
I could not imagine my life without you. I still can't believe that we're getting married soon. I never cried till I met Emily.
Sets the sky in.
We, two separate sparks of the divine, choose to join each other on the soul's journey of life. We pledge to be equal partners, loving friends and supportive companions all through our lives. We will value and revere one another as we create a loving future together.
You're the fight of my life this time.
Above all, we promise never to allow a single argument or disagreement, to see both the moon of the night and the dawn of the next day, to comfort one another through life's sorrows and to share each other's life's joy.
And it sounds like
I think that one of the greatest moments that appeared to me was when they signed the ketubah. It is thrilling to see.
Ever mindful that our days together are a gift from God, and ever grateful to awaken each day together.
Well, they're compatible. They get along like two peas in a pod, and that's important. And they enjoy each other's company. They love the same things. That makes a happy marriage.
Today has been the happiest day of my life. I married off my youngest son to the most wonderful girl. From the first time I met Emily, I told her she was going to be my daughter. And being crowned, marrying off my last child is just like unbelievable.
They complement each other.
Yeah, they really do. We've watched them grow, and they've stayed at our house quite a bit. One summer they lived with us, and we've really watched them grow and mature, and they did it together, and it's really, really great.
The wedding was very lovely. It was very sentimental to me because the little flower girl that was in that wedding, her grandmother was my flower girl at my wedding. And it's very sentimental. And the ceremony itself was beautiful. I enjoyed every part of it, and I felt like tears were welling up in my eyes.
I think that she looks the happiest that I have ever seen her. And I feel wonderful that we both were able to go to this wedding and see her get married. It is a wonderful time in our lives, and I thank God that we were both here to see it.
In happiness and joy, we thank God for the blessing of love we celebrate today, O Lord. Source of all blessing, fulfill every worthy wish of their hearts. Open their eyes to the beauty and mystery of the love they hold for each other. Every day as today. May their life together embrace and nurture this moment of promise.
They make a great couple. They're so compatible to each other. And I think they're going to have a very happy relationship. And hopefully they'll produce some children, and I'll be a great-grandmom again.
I think they complement each other's strengths and weaknesses and make each other better. And that's really, really great.
Mindful of the promises you have made, I ask you now to give and take these rings as a token of your marriage. Perfectly round, they are like a precious symbol of enduring loyalty. They are unbroken like the links in a chain, and they link you with the chain of Jewish tradition. May they ever remind you that your lives are to be bound together by devotion and faithfulness. Harris, take this ring, placing it on the right forefinger of your bride. Repeat after me in Hebrew the words that begin the covenant of Jewish marriage. Harei at mikudeshet.
The advice I would give them is try to think about what is really important, prioritize things, respect the other person, and listen to the other person, and try to gain something positive.
Das Moshe. Yisrael. And now we bless you in words that come from our tradition, words that parents have used to bless their children throughout the ages. We wrap you together in the talit, the prayer shawl that has been carried by the Jewish people throughout our wanderings as we remember the commandments, the mitzvot, and as you are wrapped together now as one family, as husband and wife. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'kuneka.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
I think that when we were up at the underneath the chuppah and just listening to the words of the rabbi, I think when the rabbi was talking about things that each of them bring to the table to each other, I think that was very, very touching and poignant.
We love you very much, and we wish you happiness and good health.
Just enjoy life, treat Emily with the best intentions that you can. I wish them 50 years to 100 years of marriage.
I know, it tilts your head back.
I really wanted the context.
I know.
Oh.
Okay, look towards me.
Oh.
Look to the right and left.
That's not it.
You know, this could be the anchor for our outtakes chapter.
No, well, I'm an optometrist, so I should be ashamed of myself.
We'll look back at this and be like, remember the time when you painted the contacts in?
Look towards me. Look to the right and left.
I am.
Thanks.
Is it on?
Yeah.
I can see.
You can. Okay, cover your right eye.
It's a miracle. She was doing.
Can you put it like kind of like up like you're gonna do it, but don't touch your face? Like down, like pointing like a pencil almost? Sorry. You know, something like that. I've been waiting to get the shot, so I'm like, I'm gonna force it now.
Are you smiling at the camera?
Yeah.
You cheesing?
She is cheesing big time.
You know now, it's so pretty.
That's right.
Cool, nice.
My first memory of Emily, really getting to know her, was when they came to visit Peter and I in California. And she even let me eat all of her dessert. That's when I knew she could stay in our family.